And we are live. Hello, internet. I am yet again late to one of my own streams, but even if I'm late, better late than never, right? I'm here. So, speaking of which, I'm here because, I had to do stuff this morning. I'm pretty late, um, but I didn't get to eat, so I'm just getting some food, play some TCG, and then we'll get straight into the drawing. Okay, let's put down the Bidoof. Two mulligans. And it's a dark deck. Yeah. Okay. Let's get energy. It's Battle VIP pass in my deck. Yes, it is. Let's use Pokestop. Okay. Just water energy, a Pokestop, and Brigadier. So we're gonna use this, discard this, water energy. No. Let's get rid of Switch, because we have Cross Switcher. The reason why I want to keep, because I'm getting Greninja right now. So I'm hoping to draw into a supporter. Hopefully Irida. Now my deck is at 38. Okay, well, didn't get rid of it, but we did get the Froakie. Um, I don't want to lose my Bibarel. I don't wanna. No, we'll put the. Yeah, we'll put this. Especially put the barrel. The Beatles. I'm just gonna hold on to the energy in my hand. No, it might get knocked out. I'm just gonna give it to Froakie. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna pass here. It's tough. It's tough. I didn't get a supporter, so okay. So nothing happened on their part. No. All right. Which makes me regret putting the um putting down the water energy. I mean, I would have gotten the card anyways, but yeah, we're just gonna get the Palkia, and we're just gonna chill. There's the Darkrai V-Star. I don't know why he didn't just destroy me, but we'll take. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm just gonna concede, man. There's just no way I can win. They already got the Roaring Moon. Yeah, I'm getting nothing. We're just gonna move on. Let's try it again. I don't know. All right. Well, there's that VIP battle pass. Yeah, the VIP battle pass. Okay. Let's grab all this stuff. Morpeko is in position and ready to KO my Froakie, which is terrible. I need to put something else in the front that's not gonna die to ground move. Alright, I already got 2 Dark Patches. Interesting. Greninja's on the board. You got these two. I don't think I want to pull out the Iron Valiant yet. Okay. I mean, do I need Pokestop? Yeah, I need energy. And a discard pile. Let's do it. Pokestop, go! Alright. Good. Alright, cool. Alright, you know what? So I'm just gonna go ahead and get a Froakie. I can let this Froakie just get knocked out. They'll take a prize. I'll save the other Nest Ball for Iron Valiant, and then I have everything I need for next turn. Yeah, so, I mean, I didn't get the energy, but that's fine because we have this guy. Okay. I don't want to attack with Greninja. We could swing with Palkia and force a Frenzy Gouging. Is what I want to do. Oh my gosh, we got the vessel. Perfect. All right. Okay, we're Pokestop. We don't need anymore. Okay, I could Ultra Ball, or I can drop to draw two more, and I'll just discard. Yeah, I'm gonna drop to draw two more, and just discard whatever I don't need in my hand with Ultra Ball. Perfect, and we ended up getting the Water Energy anyways, and an Erida to use. So I have how much energy? Two. Let's Erida to get this guy, and we could get Rare Candy. Yeah, let's get Rare Candy, and then we can Ultra Ball. We can get Greninja right away. No, actually, I don't want to get Greninja. Well, I don't want to get Greninja right away. Let's get more energy out of the deck. I need one more in the discard pile, right? Yeah. So let's evolve. We're gonna Earth in. We're gonna get an energy. Okay. All right, now we have three. Let's evolve. Now I have Ultra Ball to pick up Iron Valiant and Greninja at any time. I'm going to use Palkia's ability. I set these guys up. Gonna put Water Energy down on this Greninja. And I just want Greninja to be Radiant Greninja to be available, so like I can get a double knockout on, let's say let's say he does the Frenzy Gorge, right? Puts himself at 30 HP left. I can hit that with Greninja and hit something else, or like the other word move, so they can't do the Gorge move. So I'll have 2 turns to set that up. Yeah, I think I'm done here. Yeah, we're just gonna swing for 220. What you gonna do, Mew? So if my opponent goes for Frenzy Ganji, right? I get to I have to pick up both Iron Valiants in my deck to get a free KO. And somehow get a rare candy, which I'm gonna use the stadium for if the stadium sticks around. And you use the rare candy to evolve into Greninja as well. So I have Nest Ball for 1 Iron Valiant. I have Ultra Ball, but I kind of need that for Greninja, unless I can draw into an Irida. If I can draw Irida, I can get the rare candy, no problem, with Greninja. And just evolve it and swing with that. Or, my opponent hits me with their Greninja instead. Interesting. Oh, okay, or not. I mean, you can set it up. I thought I was going to attack with it. But I guess not. Okay. Time to get the surprise knockout. Alright. Let's get Iron Valiant. Good, and have both of them in the deck. We're going to drop an energy to draw 2. Cool. We're going to Pokestop. Should have done that first, but it is what it is. Casting Clone and... Alright. Nothing too crazy. Alright, now if I could somehow burn my hand. I didn't even get the... Alright, so, okay. So let's grab these two. And get Iron Valiant. Okay, we don't need Canceling Clone, so I'm just gonna burn it. How many supporters I have in here? 2? Perfect. Alright, we're gonna send 2 Iridas back. Because I want to attack with Greninja this turn. Okay, we're gonna drop the Barrel. Let's set up the Iron Valiant. Take on bits. Alright. Let's draw 2. Irida, come to me! That's not an Irida. Alright. We're going to switch again. We'll get this knockout. 2 prizes. Hopefully I get a rare candy. Let's go with unlucky 13. No! Alright. Well, I unfortunately did not get the rare candy. So what I need to get now... If you have a Greninja... I already did Bibarel's ability. I have a boss. I have Iron Valiant on my board. Let's boss up the Dude, okay. Now they have to energy accelerate. How many dark patches do they have left? No dark patches left. Alright, so they have to somehow switch this out. Okay. Now, Pokestop is in play. And unfortunately, I discarded my Frogadier. I mean, like, not like it matters if I evolved it. Oh, I still have my Frogadier in here. Well, I mean, like, I could get it, but it still has 90 HP. It's gonna get knocked out. So, this is bad. If Greninja gets into the active, I just... Well, I don't want to say I lose, but... I get put behind. I was hoping I can get another knockout. Alright, I forgot that card exists. Oof. Wait, but they didn't give it two, so you can switch. I'm confused. Okay, there's energy switch. Take it from Greninja. Yes! That means they're not attacking with Greninja. Oh my gosh, yes! Alright, there's a chance, there's a chance, there's a chance. There is a chance. Alright, I have one cross switcher. And we got the Irida. Okay, okay, alright, hold on, alright. I gotta think about this. We switch into this, we get 20 damage on something. No, we don't switch into this. I gotta pull something out from the back. So let's oh, I can do industrial sizers twice. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do this. What do I have more of? I have three? Say less. We're gonna try to draw it. We're gonna try to draw it, guys. We're gonna try to draw it. Okay. So we're gonna burn these cards. Okay. Now we're gonna switch Greninja. Wait, why am I getting excited? I need 3 prizes. Yeah, I have to knock this out. Get rid of these 2. I use Wonder Barrel. Okay, evolve. Let's put this down on this Pokemon. We're gonna put Palkia down. We're gonna draw. Come on, give me the other one. Yeah, alright. How much energy? I mean, it doesn't matter. I still have Super Rod in this deck, right? Yeah, so I could draw 2 more. Let's draw 2 more. Okay, cool. Alright. So we have one more cross switcher. Both these guys got no. This got no retreat. All right, so I got the wrong one then. We're just gonna hit it for torrential slash for 120. 110 HP left. So then we can bring in Iron Valiant, put 20 on that. And then it'll be in KO range for Greninja. And we lose. Well, we tried. Well, that's that. I'm done eating. Let's get to drawing. It's already 2 o'clock, so I'm already a little late, but yeah, okay. Pokemon. So I'm gonna hit that BRB channel. The BRB screen, and my device takes forever, so I'll be back in like 15-20 minutes with Cliff Studio open, and I'm ready to go start some practicing. Alright, I am back. And we are ready to draw. Let me just go ahead and resize everything from the last week. Well, you know. Actually, no, we're on day 7 today. Wow, I miscounted. Okay. So I made a whole new file for no reason. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete it. And we're just gonna end up staying here. But yeah, welcome again. Welcome back. I have returned. So we're on the last day of week 41, and then tomorrow I start week 42, which is only gonna be about it's gonna only go up until Thursday. But yeah, this is essentially the last week of my training arc. Whew, my gosh, 42 weeks. Can't believe I've gone 42 weeks of practicing every day. But yeah, this is more or less what the end result looks like in terms of like what I can do in a few minutes. And this is what I did over the weekend. And then for December, well, moving forward from December, I mean, I'll still be drawing every day, but I'm going to be focused on just working on my comic. Just because I released the comic this September, but earlier this year, you know, I was working on the comic all the time, but now I gave myself some time to practice and improve my skill set, which will be reflected on the later episodes of my webcomic. But now I want to go back into putting more time into the webcomic and giving myself a bigger fluff. But here and there, I will, practice and try some new things, create some illustrations for my Reborn Daughter webcomic and all that good stuff. But most of my activity is going to be towards the webcomic, which means that so that's pretty much what you guys are going to be expecting. And yeah, I mean, big shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really, really appreciate your comments and your support. If you're watching the live video, that's a shout out to you. And I just want to share, I saw a video about, well, I've read and seen several stories about, artists out there in Japan, and just artists out here on the internet. And typically, one thing that I've learned that maybe pretty much made me decide to do the work that I kind of do is that, a lot of us want to live off of, well, a lot of us artists want to live off of just making art. But the problem with that is that, it's really, the value of our art really comes from the outside world, right? We can't just make anything and expect money to be thrown at us. So a lot of that, for that reason alone, a lot of artists, to get attention, they would draw like fan art, and they would make artworks of like other people, other IPs, and sometimes they'll get traction that way, which is great. Nothing to them, but I've seen stories about artists who have done that, but now they're like kind of stuck in this place where their audience just wants to continue to see fan art of series that they like, rather than the kind of artwork that the artist wants to make. If they want to make like original stuff or whatever, right? Like original stuff has a hard time getting attention and exceptions, from the outside world. And as artists, we want to create things that we enjoy, and we want to enjoy them with the people who like our stuff. And but the moral here is that, you know, an artist like me, I don't want to be associated with this idea that I make, you know, fan art, and that's just kind of like my thing, right? And that's what I'm gonna live off of, making fan art and you know, people's favorite characters, and just kind of go with whatever's being demanded. Meanwhile, my original works get ignored, and that's kind of what I don't want to be in. I was just watching a video about Ken Sugimori, who is he's the creator of Pokemon. You know, speaking of the TCG that I was just playing. Yeah, he was the creator of Pokemon, and you know, I've heard, so like, you know, in the video they talk about in detail with like the history of his career, how he came to be, and you know where he's at now, and you know, he's in a place, he's always wanted to create manga, and he's in a place right now where, you know, he never got to be a mangaka artist, right? Or he never got to create manga. Like, he's made manga, but nobody really read it, right? And he's only known for his contribution to the world of Pokemon, right? And it, you know, he's not really satisfied, I would say, with that, because he wanted to be known for his other works, but people only know him for Pokemon. And because he made Pokemon, and because Pokemon's such a big thing, he's kind of stuck with that title, right, and that status. Whereas, you know, he never got to create the manga like he wanted to, and even to this day, he still has made the decision to not pursue that. But he's in a really weird place where he feels like, you know, his art was never good enough to be manga, and you know, he's being really humble about it, and he just feels like he got really lucky. He was like, you know, he made Pokemon at the right time in the right place, and you know, there is some truth to that. But you know, my takeaway from that is just kind of like, you know, even the creator of a successful business like Pokemon can have this feeling of unfulfillment despite all his success, right? So, you know, so that's kind of like where I kind of fall in terms of like, you know, that's where my take is, where I rather have the fulfillment than, like, you know, the success. So yeah, so I'm just kind of making original work. I have a webcomic, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be pushing, and you know, hopefully that's something that will financially support me down the line. But you know, I want to do this first before, like, you know, the saying goes, you don't know until you try, right? So I want to try before I resort to this thing where I just become an artist on the internet that does really good anime art of anime that you guys love. Okay, so this is from the weekend, and this was day 4, which was last Friday, and now we have day 7. Yeah, even the creator of Pokemon never thought his art was good, and he was practicing even after his success to get better at art. And you know, for me, that's just inspiring. You know, because it's like, man, even after all that, this guy wasn't lazy, and he still went for his dream, and he still gave it a shot. But you know, eventually he's getting old, and you know, he just accepted it just wasn't meant to be. You know, and he has his own design preferences, and he has his own style of art. He has ways that he likes to draw things. But you know, I don't want to sit here and say, hey, everybody should just take a big risk and draw what they want and not care. You know, you should go for fulfillment. And the thing is that, you know, that's not for everybody, you know. Because I know plenty of people out there that just, they just want to make money. That's it. They want financial liberation, and they're going to do it through any means. Well, not any means necessary, but, they got to do what they got to do. They're willing to give up things that they like temporarily until they get that financial burden off their shoulder, whatever that may be. Yeah, that was a cool video to look at. It's always interesting to kind of look into the lives of other artists. But, one common denominator I do see from a lot of artists that are really successful in Japan, I will say at least, the mangaka artists, is that they all were put into a position where they had to take a chance, They couldn't just, they weren't sitting in luxury, kind of like, okay, maybe I'll make it next year. Maybe I'll make it next year. It was all like, it was a make it or break it moment, which I think is really cool. I really like to hear those kind of stories where they're kind of pushed against the wall and it's like, all right, this is your last chance. If I don't get to do this, then, I'm out. I won't be able to do this. I have to do something else. So I have to give it my all, right? That kind of thing. And, if you look up a lot of, I would say, I specifically look up a lot of Shonen Jump authors. So I don't want to say every author, but I'll say a lot of Shonen Jump authors. When I look at how they got into the business and their stories, it's always a, make it or break it type situation that they're thrown into, and they jumpstart the series that got them popular. And then, then they talk about where they drew inspiration from and all that good stuff. Which, I kind of follow that formula in a way. I draw inspiration from a lot of things that I loved growing up as a child. I'm getting to this point in the story in my Reborn Daughter webcomic, but you guys will see a Mega Man Battle Network reference in my drama romance story. Which is, sounds crazy. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna see it coming, but even I draw inspiration from stuff that I love growing up into the stories that I write now. And it's the way I think of it is that if I enjoyed this as a child, then surely there will be a whole bunch of other people out there in the world that will enjoy the same things that I've enjoyed, right? So that's kind of where I put my headspace in, where I make these kind of decisions in my stories. So I think the idea I came up with that was inspired from Mega Man is going to be pretty awesome when you guys see it in my comic, so look forward to that for those of you who are reading my webcomic. But yeah, it's just a combination of so many things that I've learned from these authors that have already made it, that I'm just kind of putting it all together and try to create something for myself that's for you guys out there in the world, that I think was very, lessons that I've learned that I think that will be helpful to a younger audience that will experience these things by proxy, as I would say, right? Like, some of you guys know what to do in a war, but that's only because by proxy you play like video games that were made to give you a similar experience to war, right? So maybe you have an idea of what kind of environment it is, what you should do when all this kind of stuff happens. Now obviously video games don't really give you expert advice, but again, you have some kind of know-how, and that's thanks to the creators who did all the research to kind of give you that experience virtually without you having to be in war. That's kind of what I'm doing with my story as well. Probably might leave it like this. Okay, well, I think that's enough talking from me to this time. I'm gonna go ahead and play the music while I draw, so, enjoy, and yeah, let's get drawing, let's get practicing. I didn't make it to the 2-minute mark for that last one, but this pose is a little easier, so maybe, oh well, maybe if my undo button doesn't keep getting stuck on control, I can finish this in time. Oh, I almost made it. I made a mistake here on this foot. Made the whole leg in general too short and small. But, and arms just kind of coming to the back right here. Let's reset the clock and draw a new one. head came out too small. That's because I related too many things off the body. Any second now. Alright, 3 more to go. I didn't make it in the 2-minute limit. Make the head fit with the rest of the body.
Okay. Alright, and here's the last one. Which is going to be pretty tough. This is a pretty tough pose. Okay. Didn't make the 2-minute quota. This hand, we're gonna put a square. Thumbs come out. Feet can come out. Rest of the hands are in the middle. Now I'm just gonna shrink it a bit. I drew it too big. And finally, we have the arm.